I'm gonna show you 7 things your wife or girlfriend says versus what she actually means. And look, I know I'm laughing because I know when women say things, they can mean something completely different. And in your logical brain, you're like, what the fuck? It drives us crazy. And honestly, it is one of the biggest, your inability to understand a female's blueprint, the way they communicate, is one of the biggest issues that causes conflict and separation. But once you can fully understand the message underneath the words and respond the correct way, not only will there be less conflict, improved communication, but your relationship will start to flourish because she'll say to herself, this man understands me more than anyone else in the world. So let's jump in. First one, she says, I'm fine. Now look, fine stands for fucked up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. She's not. Women say that in the moment when they're actually not, because she wants you to understand her so much that you can see her body language, her emotions, and respond to that instead of her being fine. What she's really saying is this: I need some time to process how I feel, and I want you to patiently wait for me to be ready without pressuring me to tell you right now, because I don't want to say something that's gonna come off the wrong way. So as a man, in your response, you say something like this: look, I can tell something's bothering you right now and you don't want to talk about it, and that's totally okay. I want to let you know that I'm going to give you all the time you need, and I'll be here when you're ready to talk about it. Let's go for the next one. No, you don't have to do the dishes, pick up the kids, buy her gifts, anything like that. What she's really saying is this: you don't have to, but I sure as hell want you to. And if you don't do it, it clearly shows you don't know my needs or know me as a person at all. Look, she wants you to always do these things without asking you to do so. Do the dishes without asking, because it shows her that you know her so well. She thinks to herself, yeah, you can invest all this time into knowing your career, engineering, cars, video games, but you can't know your own wife or girlfriend. So the next time she says that, just do the thing. Number 3, I love you, but I'm no longer in love with you anymore. This one is really tough, and the biggest mistake men make here is they think to themselves, the relationship is over when she says this. Now what she really means is this: you're no longer the man I once fell for. I don't feel like I'm a priority to you, and I'm at my breaking point. I want you to step up, but I'm not sure if you can or you will. You are a good man, but I need more than that in this one life with the guy I want to be with. Are you going to step up and fight for me, or give up and prove me right? For that one, no words can suffice to really fix things. And this is what a lot of my men in my marriage mastery program, they first hear when their wife wants separation and divorce. And so saying something is not what you need to do. You need to do a bunch of things to prove to her, because words are worth nothing to her when she says that. If you want a chance to know exactly what to do when your wife or girlfriend says this to you to get her back, set up a call with me or our marriage evaluator team down below. Click on the link. It's free, but make sure you're committed to getting her back. Number 4, you're never home enough, or you're never this enough, or you're never that enough. This one is pretty straightforward. Whenever she says you're not this enough, I want you to recognize from now on moving forward that every criticism your wife or girlfriend has is a request in disguise. So when she's saying that you're not home enough, what she really means is this: I want you home more. I feel so alone and I want your support. I know you work hard and so do I, and I'm not in this relationship to be by myself. What you say in response to that is you first hear her and you reflect her emotions by saying you feel blank because of this. So in that scenario, you'll say, yeah, you feel so alone because I'm not home enough. It makes her feel understood, and then you commit to being home more often. Number 5, all you want is sex. Now this one really confuses men and also hurts them a lot, because at one point in the relationship, they look back and they say, we were having sex all the time. She was all over me and she said that we had the best sex ever and all these things. I mean, how could that change? The way I have sex hasn't changed. How much I want it hasn't changed. I don't get it. What she's really saying to you in that moment is this: lately, you've been trying to have sex with me so much without foreplay. I don't feel really emotionally connected to you and feel as if you're only having sex with me to meet your needs. I'd like us to slow down and build up other parts of the relationship before we have sex again. The way you respond to her is this: you feel I only want you physically and I haven't really made an effort to connect with you emotionally. And every time we do try to have sex, it's just too rushed and too forced. And you want it to be organic and just natural, like the ways we were having sex in the beginning of our relationship. Number 6 is, I don't feel like we blank enough. This could be, I don't feel like we go out enough. I don't feel like we are emotionally connecting enough. What she really means is this: if she says, I don't feel like we go out enough, what she really means is, I want to go out more. Or if she says, I don't feel like we're emotionally connecting as much, she's saying, I don't feel as emotionally connected to you as I used to. Now, the reason why she's saying we instead of you or I is because it's less confrontational. And also, her emotions are your emotions in her emotional mind. So whenever she's bringing up these emotions, she's always gonna include you because she wants you involved with them. It's a good thing. So instead of responding to the we because you may disagree with that, you go to the you. So example with the emotional connection, you would say, you don't feel emotionally connected to me as you used to. Because the we does include her. So if you respond to her, even if you disagree, it's a good starting point for the conversation. All right, let's go on to the last one. Do you think blank body part is bigger, smaller? Am I ugly? Am I fat? Anything to do with her body? Whew. This one is a trick question, but I got you on this one. You're just gonna turn around and just run away. Leave the house, say you gotta go somewhere. Now, there's lots of positive ways to respond to this, but let me first just tell you what she's actually saying. What she's really saying is, I feel insecure about this body part right now, and I don't feel good in my body, and I want you to make me feel good and validate me. There's also positive ways you can respond to this, but I just suggest you walk up to her, you look at her in the eyes, say you are the most beautiful woman in the whole entire world, and you give her a big kiss and a hug. Pretty much solves every problem. You can pretty much do that for every single thing she said in all this whole video, and it pretty much works. Now look, no one teaches us men how to read women, and I want you to know, with all these different phrases of what she's saying, it all comes from the way that women communicate indirectly and through their emotions, and they're very intuitive. This is the opposite of the masculine, direct, logical framework we use. And once you can cultivate the ability to read her emotions on a deep level and her communication style, I mean, this one skill is the foundation of a successful relationship, because 90% of problems in relationships come from communication problems. If you want support on how to do this and learn more skills with your wife or girlfriend, set that call down below by clicking on the link. Watch this video on tests right here. It's a really good video I recommend if you don't want to set up a call. You know, I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.